Yo, YouTube, what's going on, guys? Today, we're gonna do a different type of video. I'm gonna give a prediction for finest. Used to be a little bit easier back in the past. It used to be pretty much just one finest per team. But the way things have worked out, you know, with multiple finest being giving out now, and also with the duplicate problem, which you guys are gonna see being a huge issue for finest selection, it's a little different. So I've come up with a way to give my predictions for finest cards for every single team, and even very specific selections down to the point where it's like some teams get more than one, some teams get three, some teams don't get the obvious choice because these cards, the cards that might be finest, could be something different, and even collections predictions. So we'll get into that. I'll show you guys. We'll get into it. So starting off with the Blue Jays, first team. We're gonna just put the live series cards in the tier list. First of all, let me break down the sections. We have the pool. This is just a pool of players to pick. Collection or too good for finest TA. Collections obviously go above. I'm talking about like how TA has one finest per team. Collection doesn't count because they might be like the better ones. Example being how for the All-Star TA, we had 99s, but they were in the collections. They weren't, they were technically All-Star cards, but they were 99s, as opposed to 95s, and they were extra juiced. It's gonna be like that for this too. The too good for finest, actually I said too good for finest card or TA. You'll see what the second part of that means. Too good for finest card. You know, it's only two cards. You'll get into it. We'll get into it. So starting with the Blue Jays, who do I have? I'm gonna give you guys the best hitter and pitcher per team. Or, excuse me, I'm gonna give you the two best options. Usually it's a hitter and a pitcher. Usually it's a hitter and a pitcher. I think for most of this, it is, with very few exceptions. I'm gonna give you two main choices, a dark horse, and then my overall pick or picks. That's how it's gonna break down. That's why we have a dark horse section here. Finest means that I'm confident in saying that they're going to be finest. So for me, I've decided that my two picks are Vlad and Kevin Gausman, but dark horse being Bowden Francis, I'm going to go Vlad here into finest. I'm going to put Bowden Francis in dark horse. My overall pick is Vlad Jr. though. I don't even think Gausman's worthy of consideration enough. His season was eh. And they love to give Gausman cards. He wasn't as good this year as he has been in years past. I think we can finally get away with not getting a Gausman this year. Now moving on to the next team, the Orioles. Some of these teams get really difficult to make selections for. So for my choices, I went with Gunnar or Corbin Burns. Even though Gunnar already has a 99, there could be a better version of the card. So finest for sure. Gunnar had an absolutely stellar season. I would even venture to say he could potentially be as good as even a collection card, Gunnar. He could be that good. We'll hold off for now. Corbin Burns doesn't have a 99 yet. Doesn't have an all-star card, but no 99, so I'm gonna go finest as well. There's two finest here. Dark horse, I have Colton Cowser or Grayson Rodriguez. Now, I don't know if I see either of these cards getting any. If I had to pick, I would actually probably go out and say Colton Cowser because he could be Rookie of the Year. So yeah, I'm gonna put Colton Cowser in the dark horse for now. Now, overall pick, Gunnar and Corbin. I think it's gonna be both of those two. I think they're gonna get a card each. With Gunnar potentially being in collection, but I'm not confident enough to put him there just yet. So on to the Rays. They sucked this year. I'll tell you that right now. So I had Zach Littell and Ryan Pepio. I don't know how to say this guy's name. Pepio? I don't know. Their team stunk. Stunk. Yandy Diaz would be the choice if he didn't just get a 99 spooky series. They kind of stepped on their own toes there. So they already had the cards planned out at this point. Where is he at? Where's Littell's overall? Why is he so low? Barely is. Okay, I have him as my finest pick. I'm not particularly confident in this choice. Dark horse is Kevin Kelly for the Rays. He was a bullpen guy, so I will put Kevin Kelly as a dark horse. But again, this is just for fun. This isn't anything guaranteed. This is just options. These are my choices right here, so you guys know that. Overall pick is just Zach Littell, though. I don't think it's going to be anybody else. They suck badly. Another issue we're running into with this next team here, the Red Sox. Shout out to Showzone, by the way, for this website. We love it. Red Sox. Jarren Duran already has a 99. He's the obvious choice. He is the obvious choice. Tyler O'Neill did not play enough games this year. He was on and off. And, you know, Devers has an option too, but he already has a 99 that I don't see getting much better. I decided to go with Jarren Duran and Tanner Houck. And now I am feeling juicy enough to say I think Jarren Duran could even make a collection, because he has to be that much better than his 99 that already exists from the All-Star Game MVP. Think about that. That's pretty tough. For Dark Horse, I said Brian Bayo. And overall pick, Tanner Houck, Jarren Duran. That's who I got. That's who I decided to go with here. You guys let me know what you guys think about this. If you agree or disagree with my choices. Yankees, super, super tough because their best players already have 99s. But for my list, I went with Aaron Judge as finest, even potentially being as good enough to be his collection. Obviously, he already was a collection, but this is the problem with multiple 99s, multiple like the All-Star Game 99s, and these, it's going to tend to double up a lot, right? I also went with, for this one, interesting, Luis Gil had a great year. I think he's going to get a finest card. And Dark Horse, I decided to go with Soto for this. It seems a little strange, but he already has a 99. I don't see getting that much better, so I'll put him into Dark Horse for now. But I'm not very confident in this one either. Overall pick is still Judge and Gil. Gil doesn't have a 99. I think they can. I think, and when I say like two finest here, I mean like there's going to be a finest pack. There's going to be an event. There's going to be stuff where they get extra finest cards. So low level ones would be like the Luis Gills. You know what I mean? Like that's a low level. And if they decide to go with a Dark Horse choice, like a Colton Cowser or a Brian Bayo, they could be in packs. Oh, as well. Excuse me. Oh my God. I'm recording this on November 17th, by the way, guys. So if anything happens, where they announce stuff like teasers and they show some reveals, I don't know this ahead of time. I'm recording this 8:30 at night. November 17th. So that's the Yankees. Moving on. Moving teams. Moving on to the next team here. The Guardians. Guardians, I decided to go with, I mean, one of the easiest choices by far. J-Ram. I'd even say he's going to be in a collection. I think he's a collection card as well. Actually, you know what? He might not be. Because the Guardians don't have many good options otherwise. I'll put him there. I also have Kwan. I think he's going to be a finest. And their bullpen, Clase, I don't think he gets one, but he will be a dark horse because he already has a 99. That's the problem. I can't see him getting much better than that. But there is a other option here that I was debating with, and they're actually gonna get two dark horses. Hunter Gaddis was absolutely incredible this season, so I'm gonna give him a dark horse, not a finest selection, but just as an option here, just things on the mind. But as far as the guaranteed, J-Ram and Stephen Kwan, I see them being options here. Now moving on. Royals. I mean, Bobby Witt, collection card. We're getting into the heavy collection tiers, so I might go... We might work this list around a little bit towards the end, but Bobby Witt had an absolutely phenomenal year. He was top 2 MVP selection between him and Judge, so absolutely he's going to be a collection card. These two are the MVP frontrunners, so with Judge going to being the one who's going to win, most likely. As far as other finest, guaranteed. Doesn't have a good card yet. Seth Lugo. Going to get a card. Dark Horse could potentially be Salvador Perez. He had a pretty solid year. Yeah, but I think it's going to be Bobby Witt and Seth Lugo. Guaranteed. So I'm picking two finest again here. Moving on here. This one's kind of fun. This is where the predictions get kind of crazy. Detroit Tigers. The obvious choice would be Tadek Skubal. Now, I'll put him in this section too. He's not going to get a finest, I don't think. This is my prediction. He's going to get a triple crown. Milestone card. And if he doesn't, he should have gotten that. So he's going to be the pick there. Now we have two more choices. Guaranteed finest. Riley Green does not have a 99, had a very solid year. Another pick here, by the way, because he's not my finest choice. Skubal. It's two, but it's not. He's not one of them. The other one, Tyler Holton, had an absolutely phenomenal year. Elite bullpen guy, opener for them. Solid job. Funny enough, Dark Horse, I had Skubal there as well. I won't put him in that section, but it depends, right? I have him as a Dark Horse for finest because I think he's going to get a milestone card, and he won't be the only one. Spoilers. But, yeah, so I wrote down Riley Green, and I wrote down Tyler Holton, and I wrote down Skubal going to get a milestone. I have some twists and turns here in these selections. This Twins one was hard because their best player statistically didn't play nearly as many games that he needed to play. So for this one, it was tough. I had to settle. For finest, I went with Carlos Correa. He was their best overall hitter even in many games. And then I went with also guaranteed finest. I don't know how we don't. Griffin Jax was absolutely lights out for them this year. Dark Horse, Jose Miranda. He had that streak where he was absolutely on fire. I don't think Byron Buxton gets it. He already has a 99, and that 99 is better than the 99 he would get if that 99 is better than the season he had this year. So neither him or Correa played a lot of games. Correa especially only played I think 80 games, not even. So this one's tough, but I'm gonna go with these two here. Moving on, I think they're just gonna give Correa a good card. Doesn't have a 99. We'll make it work. I don't think he has a 99 at least, but I think that's gonna be his Twins 99. So White Sox, holy moly, this one's brutal. Crochet, obviously. Dark Horse, this one's tough. I'm not really confident, but Eric Fetty, Oh my God, did he get traded? He did get traded. I forgot he got traded. Yep. Yeah, they're screwed, bro. It's just Garrett Crochet. No dark. I don't have a dark horse. I totally forgot I got traded to the Cardinals. I put overall pick Crochet. LOL. And he didn't have that great of a year, man. He's just the best player on that team. They suck. Sorry, White Sox fans. Terrible team. Just overall, very bad. Very bad team. Angels, a little bit of a better case, right? This one, I put 2 finest cards. For the guaranteed, I'm putting Zach Nato. Obviously, he already has a 99, but I think he can get a better one. Very solid player, led the team in WAR, and I think I have him, and I have, you know, honestly, I had Taylor and Ward and as the second one, and I had Dark Horse Nolan whatever that guy's name is. I'm gonna go with a Dark Horse being Taylor Ward. I don't even think that's a guarantee, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I think overall pick Zach Nato. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be him. Some teams aren't gonna get that many guys. Astros, this one was a little tough because the dupe problem, man. The dupe problem is so bad. I mean, we have the milestone Yordan. There was already a 99 at Yordan, I think, before that, but as far as finest goes, Yordan Alvarez, I think he gets the choice for me, as well as Jose Altuve. He had a pretty good year, doesn't have a 99 yet. Now, Bregman is due for a 99, but the problem is he didn't have that great of a year. Dark Horse, I actually have, for this team, I have Kyle Tucker, and which is funny. I think he doesn't have a 99 yet either, but he got hurt, so that's the tough part. But Alvarez was their best player by far, but he already has the milestone. You know what? I'm actually going to remove Alvarez here. I don't think he gets it. I think I'm going to move him here. And I think I'm going to actually change my list up right now. I'm going to put Alex Bregman. I know Jeremy Payne had a decent year. I'm going to put Alex Bregman as potential dark horse. He got streaky towards the end there in a good way. So I'll do that. Jordan already has that. He already has here. I should make another category. Already has a 99. Doesn't make it. It doesn't work, but I'm not trying to oversaturate this. But Jordan has just got that milestone. I don't see a Jordan being better than that. I just don't see it. This is the 99 problem, man. So many cards that should deserve these finest aren't going to get them because we already have previous cards. Sets and seasons, everybody. On to the Athletics. The easiest choice, Brent Rooker. Going to be our top offensive finest. An incredible year for Brent Rooker. Mason Miller as a finest option. I'm going to put him, I believe he'll get a finest. Dark Horse, I had JJ Bleday only because Lawrence Butler already got a card. I'm not even confident in JJ Bleday being a dark horse. I'm gonna put him as a dark horse, and that's it. I'm not. He'll probably get one. Yeah, I don't think they get a dark horse. The A's fall off. They fall off. They don't even get one. So yeah, those are my choices. The A's. I'm gonna go with those two. Let's move on here. So I have Seattle Mariners. This one was tough to make a call on too. So as we go into finest, I had Logan Gilbert and Cal Raleigh. As well as for Dark Horse, I actually had, and I'm confident this one too, Andres Munoz. Quite a good year too. I know they have a lot of good starters, and in a lot of ways, right, for the Mariners, Bryce Miller had better numbers than Gilbert this year, but I'm gonna go with them. George Kirby, I know he can get it, but Gilbert had a better year. Garcia, decent, but not a super great year. J-Rod just got 99. I don't think he's gonna get it. Otherwise, he would be the option. So yeah, I went with overall pick, I went just Logan Gilbert, actually. Yeah, they didn't have great years. I'm going to go with, they'll get double Dark Horse, but I'm only really confident in Logan Gilbert here. On to the Texas Rangers. What a weird team and a very, very not fun result here. And we're doubling down again. So by far, their best player this year, by far, was Kirby Yates, statistically. And he already got an all-star card. And guess what? It sucks. Every Kirby Yates always sucks. It's four-seam slider splitter. Every time. It's a terrible card. Oh, it pissed me off. And then I have Nate Eovaldi as well. Potentially getting one. With a dark horse being Nate Lowe. I'm honestly going to remove Nate Eovaldi. I'm going to go just... Oh, Josh Young has a 99 already, though. See, Seager got a crazy good card already. Postseason flashback. Wyatt Langford has the cycle card. Ain't getting better than that. Semien already has a 99. Ain't getting better than that. His year wasn't even that good. Adolis Garcia sucked ass this year. Josh H. Smith has got the whitest name ever. I can't pick that guy. Carson Kelly. I'm gonna go Nate Lowe as the dark horse. But Kirby Yates, the only guarantee. Texas fell off, bro. Fast turnaround from championship team to just buns. Injuries, yeah, but whatever. It happens, man. You have old guys on your team. Braves. Whew. This one's tough. I went with... This is where it gets interesting, too. Marcell Ozuna, even though he already has a 99. That's cracked out. I don't know how it's going to get better than that, but maybe we'll see. I also went with I'm actually going to go with Fried here because he didn't get an 899s yet, and he always gets a pretty good card. And I think honorable mention will go with a card who already got a good one, or a player who already got a good card. Bryce Iglesias, I could see him. He had a very solid year too. And you might be wondering, where is Chris Sale? He is going to be up here right next to Scooble in the, I don't think he'll get a finest card. At least he shouldn't. He's gonna get something, but I think it's gonna be a Triple Crown milestone card. Him and Scooble both won the Triple Crown for their respective league. So to me, it's gonna be, they should get milestones and they should be part of a collection. That's what it should be. They should be in there, if you're asking me. Those are my choices for the Braves, right? Dark horse selection here. He already had an all-star game card, but I'm gonna go with Reynaldo Lopez, workhorse for them this year. Again, this is just for fun. These aren't official predictions. Although it feels weird not putting Colossi, who was the best closer in baseball this year, in there as a dark horse. It feels weird putting him as a dark horse. It really does. I'll put him in there as a guaranteed finest too, which feels weird, but it has to happen. It's very strange. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. They kind of have to, but this is why they get stuck with these 99s all year long. Weird all the way through. Next one was tough. The Miami Marlins. They suck ass too, and they traded their whole team away. So for me, the finest choice is going to be Jake Berger. I think he already has a decent card, but there's literally no other options. I put Jake Berger, dark horse, Xavier Edwards, who already has a 99 that's really good. I can't see it getting any better than that. I really can't, but I'm just gonna put it there for just why not. Overall pick is just Berger. On to the Mets. Very tricky too, because a lot of their best players already got 99s. In fact, multiple 99s. 2 Lindors, 2 Vientos. So yeah, for me, finest is going to be, I went with Severino, and I also went with, I'm gonna double up here. These overalls, don't pay any mind to them. Yeah, okay, it wasn't even showing up. David Peterson. I think he's gonna get a finest. He had an absolutely incredible season for them. I think he'll sneak in there. As far as dark horse goes for this team, I went with, because he doesn't have a 99 yet, and he usually always gets one, and he's solid. We know this, Brandon Nimmo. I'm not going to put McNeil here because I'm very convinced. This is another element to this, that the captain, they're dropping 99 captains. I don't know if they're going to be, you know what? I'm going to do 2 dark horse for the Mets, and I'll put this one in here as potentially a captain, Jeff McNeil. I'm really convinced that's how they're going to make him get a good card. Because they're doing 99 captains. I think they're separate from the finest. I think he'll be a captain. You know, I'll remove that. I think Jeff McNeil's going to be a captain. I'm really dead set on that one. I can feel it. I feel like it makes the most sense. He doesn't have a good 99 yet. He needs to have a place on the Mets team, and he has a great boost for the Mets with contact and potentially, you know, some vision type stuff. But that's what my prediction is for that. So I think he'll be a captain. Moving on to overall picks, I went Severino Peterson. I don't think Nimmo gets one. His year just was not good enough. Now, on to the Nationals. This one's going to be a bit of a gamble. No, it won't be, actually. That was just a pun. Finest, C.J. Abrams. I can't believe people told me halfway through the year that he's better than Lindor. I almost shit myself. I also think that for the dark horse, Luis Garcia Jr. is a good option. He had a pretty solid year. I'm going to put 2, though. Luis Garcia, and I'm going to put Kyle Finnegan had a decent year, most saves on their team. I'll go with him, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be, you know what? I'm just going to go with Garcia as a dark horse, but just CJ Abrams. I'm confident just Abrams. I don't really see anything else. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I like more cards. Moving on, next team. Phillies is tough. Woo, is it tough? So we don't have a Bryce Harper yet, so that's a guarantee. Now, another one, Zach Wheeler. Incredible year. I see him being a pitcher collection card. It's a lot of collection cards, you may be wondering, but 2 of these are predicted to be milestones. I don't know exactly what these are going to be necessarily, but they're going to be a tier above the regular finest. Now, more. I have Harper, Zach Wheeler, and Trey. I have Trey Turner getting a finest as well, but I have Wheeler in the upper echelon tier. So, because of that, I'm actually going to add another one here. I'm going to add Alec Bohm. He had an incredible year and was an all-star for them. He should get a card. He doesn't have a 99 yet. So I'm going to put him, I'm actually going to put him, keep losing my place. I'm going to put him as a dark horse. I'm also going to put dark horse Kyle Schwarber, who already has a 98, but doesn't have, JC Realmuto doesn't have a 99 yet. I'm going to put him as a dark horse. Schwarber has a 98. I'm going to put 3 dark horses. This one's tough. Again, take this for what you will, guys. I don't think he gets one, man. I don't know. This is tough. I think the only guarantees I have are Harper, Turner, and Wheeler. I am confident in saying guaranteed at least 3 of them. I'm very confident Wheeler could be a collection. He was one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. Bohm should get one for the year he had. Rio Muto doesn't have a 99 yet. That's a tricky one. He should get in other places, but he hasn't yet. So it means that they're saving him. And Schwarber led the team in a lot of categories offensively. I'll leave it for now. We'll see. It's just they're a superstar team, man. They're stacked. On to the Brewers next. I did research, guys. I literally wrote down all of the teams and all the stuff that I'm telling you I wrote down. Literally, I wrote it all down. We're on to the Brewers now. Guaranteed. Jackson Churio would be, but he already has 299s. Yelly had a great year, but Contreras, Adames, guaranteed both getting one each. I'm very confident in that. With my dark horse pick being Freddie Peralta, just because they need an arm. Devin Williams already has a better 99, and this year wasn't even that good. Trevor McGill maybe was in consideration for the saves that he had this year, but overall, not really. Too caught up on that one. A lot of dupes problems, man, everywhere. Going into this next one, we'll see the Cardinals finest. It's going to be, first of all, Helsley. He was like led the league in saves. I believe he did. I had him in my fantasy. He was leading for a while. And I think Mason Wynn's going to get one. Dark horse for this team, surprisingly. And I'm pretty confident this one. I think he's got a good shot. Brendan Donovan. Wilson Contreras didn't miss too many games with injuries, so I won't pick him. I don't know if that matters too much for their mind at this point, because they're really struggling, guys. They might forego their usual, like, oh, they only played X amount of games to get guys like Correa in there because Correa, you know, Contreras, because they just don't have enough names left. They've used too many 99s already. Yeah, but that's it for the Cardinals. Cubs, tough one again, but I'm gonna go for Cubs. I'm gonna go with Seiya, actually. Seiya had a solid year. I'm also going to go with the guaranteed choice here, obviously, Shota. But this is the problem. Shota has like 6 99s. Now, he's got 2 99s and I think like a 95 or something. But he's got so many good cards, and none of them have the same face scan, it felt like. But I think I'm pretty confident saying Shota over Seiya, but both of them are going to get one, I think, at least. Dark horse for this one, actually not Cody B. He already has a way better 99 than the Dodgers. It would make 0 sense for him to get a Cubs finest. It wouldn't be that good. I'm going to go with, for this one, where's he at? Who did I pick for this? Oh, I passed him. Ian Happ. Pretty solid year all the way around, up there in WAR on the team. Positional versatility. And I'm going to go with the fact that they love to give that guy a card as a reason why he might get one. Wait, does he already have a 99? Let me do some research real quick. He does not have a 99. He has a 95, though. I could see it. But Cubs belly, I feel like they really want a belly for the Cubs. I think that's what they want. This one's tough, man. God, we already have like so many Shotas. We already have a better belly. We have the Captain Seiya, but like that's different. He's still pretty good. Hap, I'll put double. I'll put Cody B in there. Again, don't pay any mind to this as actually official predictions. These cards here, this is just my thoughts. These are just, don't be surprised if you see them mixed in or are good choices that I think would be made. But I think it's pretty safe. These are my actual official predictions to at least see these guys. We'll move on from them. We'll move on from the Cubs for now. On to the Pirates. Wow, they suck. They're very top heavy. Collection, Paul Skeens, obviously. Which sucks because he already has 2 99s. The first one was better. The one with Sinker. The Outlier Splitter was cute, but it just didn't really do as much. So yeah, we'll figure out where to put him. After that, I have another guaranteed Brian Reynolds. I mean, that one's easy. We don't have one yet. We love Brian Reynolds. Dark Horse, they have none. It's those two, and then they're just a bunch of morons on that team. So I'm confident with these 2 picks. But that's it. On to the Reds. Easy choices here, too. Easy choices. Ellie De La Cruz. And then I'm pretty confident Hunter Green will get a card as well. Dark Horse. This is going to be a funny one, but I mostly wanted to use his name. But he also had a great year, too. For them. Buck Farmer. Reverse the first 2 letters of reverse the first letter and his first and last name. You'll laugh. But overall, I have Ellie and Hunter Green. That's it. Those are my 2 picks. I keep picking 2 because some teams deserve more than 1, and they give out a ton of them. So there's no longer 1 per team. It's never worked like that really in the last couple years. Diamondbacks, again, brutal scene here. Brutal scene here. But Ketel Marte, top 3 MVP candidate in the National League, in my opinion. I think he's 3rd behind Lindor. So he gets a guaranteed finest. I don't know if he'll get a collection because we're kind of running out of space for that. But he damn well deserves one. He damn well deserves one. And I think Christian Walker is going to get a finest as well. Dark horse for this team is actually going to be Zach Gallen. He had a decent workhorse type year, but nothing to really write home about. Ginkel had a decent year too, but I'm gonna go with Zach Gallen just because I'd like to give him cards. I could see him getting more of like a old flashback card, if anything else. I actually think I'm pretty confident. I wrote this down too. I think Ketel was going to be a collection card, so we'll see. We'll work backwards from here. I mean, second in MVP voting, MVP, triple crowns. He's just a hot commodity. I'll put him back down here. Duran, he has to be better than a 99 that's juice. That's why I have him up here. Insane card on a stacked team, so he needs to be separated from TA. Skeens, obviously. Ketel Marte, obviously. Obviously. No Lindor, by the way, guys. Lindor just got another 99. He had 2 back-to-back, so yeah, I think that ship has sailed, unfortunately. But I'm good with the Lindor we have now. On to the Dodgers. Their whole team has 17 99s already, so this whole team was crushed. I did I looked into this, and even though he'd have a great year, oh my God, look at all these diamonds. This team is stupid, bro. This team is actually dumb. A lot of these guys got playoff cards. We have to look at who they saved and just infer from there. And to me, it's obvious it's going to be Will Smith. Doesn't have a 99 yet. It's going to be him. This one was tough, but I decided to go here with Blake Trinan. He should have gotten a card in the playoffs, and he didn't. So that tells me that they're saving him for finest. Dark horse, even though he didn't get to pitch towards the end of the season, is going to be Tyler Glass now, even though he's always so mid. Overall pick, though, I have just Will Smith and Trinan. On to the Giants. On to the Giants now. This one was kind of tough, but I decided to ultimately go with... Well, actually, the first one was quite easy. I went with Logan Webb. He's their guy, and I went with Matt Chapman because he has the highest WAR on the team by a lot. Defensive capabilities definitely contributed to that, but I think they can make a pretty solid Matt Chapman. And I think that for Dark Horse, I'm gonna go with Helio Ramos. I had him in fantasy for a while, and he had a pretty good offensive year for them. Bat third most of the year too, so for a good portion of the year at least. But overall picks, I have just Webb and Chapman. Onto the Padres, another team that has been afflicted with the multiple 99s problem. I have a fun little one here for the Dark Horse, but Machado didn't get 99 yet, so Machado's gonna get a 99. I think he'll get a finest there. This is where we're at now. Finest has turned into for a lot of teams, who doesn't have a 99 yet that's gonna get one, that should get one, and they're not necessarily the best player on the team, which was what finest is supposed to be. But we can't. If we did that, then we're gonna have the same players. I hope they follow this list to close to a T, because otherwise we're gonna see the same cards again, which we're gonna see a lot of anyways. It's unavoidable. But Machado and Jackson Merrill, I think, will get. He should have been NL Rookie of the Year, and any other year he would have been with that year he had, but not with Paul Skeens showing up and whipping out his meat. So, yep, Dark Horse. I'm starting to believe this so hard that it actually might come true. Michael King already has a 99, so I don't think he'll get one. I think they could troll and give us a finest Matt Waldron. I know he got demoted towards the end of the year there, but it would be just so perfect to troll at the end of the year with a 99 finest Matt Waldron. Just take his card and upscale it. I really think that I just believe it. It would be so fun. I'm putting him all the way up here, man. And we're already on the final team, man. Already on the final team. The Rockies. Now this choice is easy. Ezequiel Tovar, because Brenton Doyle already has a card. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I forgot to mention for the Giants. Tyler Fitzgerald's not going to get one because he already has a 99. So, and he wasn't that good to get two. Like, you know, some cards we've already had. Like Vladdy had a 99 already, junior, but he's had a great year to the point where we can get another one. Same with Gunnar Henderson. But anyways, Dark Horse, I think they could go with another Doyle if they really wanted to get super cutesy. McMahon just really fell off, so probably not. But overall pick, I have just Tovar. And that's the whole list. Now, take it in again. These are the most important ones right here. So overall, we'll recap. Starting with collections are too good for finest card or TA. Bobby Witt, Aaron Judge, Skubal, Chris Sale, Jarren Duran, Zach Wheeler, Paul Skeens, Ketel Marte. On to finest. For the Blue Jays, we got Vladdy. Orioles get Gunnar and Corbin Burns. Rays get Zach Littell. Red Sox get Tanner Houck. Yankees get Luis Gil. Guardians get J-Ram, Kwan, and Clase. I don't know how they're going to work that out. Royals, Seth Lugo, as well as we showed Bobby Witt earlier. Tigers, Riley Green, Tyler Holton. Twins, Correa and Jax, Griffin Jax. Garrett Crochet for the White Sox only. Zach Nato for the Angels. Jose Altuve and Kyle Tucker for the Astros. Brent Rooker and Mason Miller for the Athletics, excuse me. Logan Gilbert for the Mariners, Kirby Yates for the Rangers, Marcell Ozuna and Max Fried for the Braves, Jake Berger for the Marlins, Luis Severino and David Peterson for the Mets, CJ Abrams for the Nats, Bryce Harper and Trey Turner for the Phillies, William Contreras and Willie Adames for the Brewers, Ryan Helsley and Mason Wynn for the Cardinals, Shota Imanaga and Seiya Suzuki for the Cubs, Brian Reynolds for the Pirates, Ellie De La Cruz, Hunter Green for the Reds, Christian Walker for the Diamondbacks, Will Smith, Blake Trinan for the Dodgers, Logan Webb, Matt Chapman for the Giants, Manny Machado and Jackson Merrill for the Padres, and Ezequiel Tovar for the Rockies. Now, the dark horse section, you guys can take a look at it. I don't have to go all the way through it again, but these are cards that I can see getting mixed in here or there, or just substitutes, honorable mentions, whatever you want to refer to it as. Some really do deserve a card. I just don't know where they're going to work it in. I could see that also being, well, I do see cards like, let me give you an example, like Quan being in a pack. I could see like Brian Bayo, the Bowden Francis. I could see Alex Bregman being mixed into a finest pack, maybe a finest 1 or a finest 2. They get 2 more drops. The more, the merrier. But these are the guarantees that I am giving you. These are my official predictions for finest. That's what I got. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I had a lot of fun recording it. I'll catch you guys soon, and let me know what your predictions are, all right? Peace.